Luke, we're handing out ass whippings today. So if you want to get in line for one,
keep it up.
They are free. I've been litigating all day, and if you're feeling froggy, jump. We're gonna. I'm down for the calls after what's going on this week. I'm down for it. Luke, we are going into week 16, but bottom line, have you seen all the green from my picks last week, bro? Luke, there are so much green in there.
Oh.
Hurts my eyes, Bubba.
It's like Christmas.
Hurts my eyes.
It's like Christmas on a face.
Yeah, let's call this the Christmas edition right here. Legal Formation coming back to you week 16, folks. The Cousins, Garrett Riley, Rob Sparks, Christmas edition. And why? Because we're a few days away from Christmas. Stand by for the Christmas game picks. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we hold it and we go after the first of the year for the playoffs. But bottom line, cousin, you just made a great point. After 15 weeks of doing this, Rob is 30.
Dozens of games.
Dozens.
Or we could just count them, I guess.
Games all over the place.
68 games.
Over 68 games. What's the tallies, cousin?
We're both sitting with 36 and 32 records. You got there from a huge week last week. Rob goes 5-1. I went 3-3. I've made some bold predictions on Miami and the Seahawks that did not come through. But
gotta play like a
Rob
champion,
killed it,
folks.
man.
You gotta close like a freight train.
Close the gap right there.
36 and 32, Luke. How about that? We're both back in the green. Monster week at 5-1, which rolls us right into week 16. Take me away, cousin. Who's our first game of the week? Where are we playing? What time's the game? And what the hell's the line on these things?
All right, Thursday night, we have Broncos at the Chargers, and the Chargers are favored by 3. We saw the Chargers last week on our list. They were favored by 3 against Tampa. They did not cover. In fact, they ended up getting blown out by Tampa. Broncos win their game last week, big as well. So Broncos at Chargers.
Scary. Scary right here.
Yeah, I mean,
NFL
both these
time.
teams are unpredictable. They're just good enough to win, but just bad enough to be like anything could happen. So
And
what are you
both
gonna
in
do?
the playoff picture, hanging on. They need people to win. They need people to lose. Can they write their own script to get there? Is the young rookie quarterback of the Broncos?
They're both in must-win situations. They're going for that 7th or 6th wild card spot. So.
Can the rookie go in on a Thursday at 8:15 on a legal formation, week 16, take down the home field, even though they're getting 3? Can he do it? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think as much as the Chargers lack a lot to be desired from the Chargers, I do see this as a bounce-back game for them. You got blown out by Tampa. You got one more chance, must-win situation to get in. I think Harbaugh and Herbert can hold the line against the rookie quarterback. The Broncos are spry, though. You know, I wouldn't be surprised for a close game, but I just got to back the Chargers at home, even though their home field advantage is not that great in LA. They're still a new team out there. But I don't know. I just think that they're a win and get in situation, so I think they're going to bring up everything they have.
I'm backing you, cousin. The word you said was bounce back, and I think it happens. I think the Bucs scheme them up. I think the Chargers have got probably one of the best pass rush fronts. I think the Chargers learned from that of what the Bucs did. I think that rookie isn't Baker Mayfield, doesn't have the support system or the O-line that the Bucs do. And ultimately, at the end of the night on NBC Sunday night, they were running like the percentages of in, and I forgot where it is, but the Chargers got a huge win by another team. That kind of solidified them. That if they win, they can still get in.
Because the Colts lost.
There it was. It was the Colts loss. I think they take that. I think they play with a little bit of resurgence this week. I'm backing you. Chargers at home, even though they're laying the 3 at home, I think Harbaugh has them ready to go.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Then we don't have any 1 o'clock Sunday games, but we do have a 4:25 kickoff in Miami.
Tough game.
San Fran at the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 2 right now from the Hard Rock spreads. These are a few days early from the games, but we're getting the early lines here. Dolphins favored by 2.
Basically even
What
money.
do you got for us?
Even money. I hate
Yeah,
it. I
basically.
hate this pick.
Yeah.
I don't know what 49ers team's going to show up.
Yeah.
Are they even playing anything in the NFC anymore?
Nope.
You know, they're
They're
out.
toast.
You know,
Dolphins are toast.
are we staying healthy in quarterback? Is this kind of just, hey, a statement game? Odell's out at the Dolphins. Who cares? He wasn't doing anything anyway. Ultimately, I'm going with the home team because of the Finns. I think they play for pride. I think Tua's not going to have a bad game again as he did. He had a terrible game, too many turnovers. But ultimately, I think they play for pride. I think they got more guys who are healthier at the end of the season. I think the Niners are too beat up. I'm taking the Finns at the Joe Robbie. Even though I know it's the Hard Rock, it will always be Joe Robbie for me.
Yeah, sounded like you were reading straight from some bullet points that I made here. I think San Francisco, still a lot of injuries. They had a guy kind of quit on the team last week. Who knows how that's going to affect everybody there. They're traveling all the way to the East Coast. The Dolphins didn't play great against Houston. Too many turnovers. I think they can get it fixed. Also, somewhat of a mini revenge game for McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins, used to be with the 49ers under Shanahan. So I think he's got a lot of pride, as you were saying, to go out and win
let's
this
be
game
honest,
to show
on the Fins, there's a lot of guys who are now playing for their jobs. Right now, the guys in the upper boxes are saying, hey, this is coach our guy. We put all this money into we better string a couple and go out on a high point. So I don't think they just let up and get whooped.
To that point, if the general manager, Chris Gear, gets terminated at the end of the season because he kind of stinks,
all bets are
all
off.
these guys will be clean slates. They got nobody behind them to say, hey, I handpicked this guy or that guy. So, yeah, I agree. They're playing for their jobs, and so I think they got to get it done.
Luker, that's going to take us to the Sunday 8:20 game. This is the Bucs at the Cowboys. This goes out to my boy Scott Kennedy, best man. Let's go. I wanted to come out to Dallas to see this game. My boy's out there. Try to fly in, fly out. Two things got me. A, Christmas. B, 2-day trial that I couldn't get out of. But G, Bucs are giving up 3.5. Cowboys are getting 3.5 on the road. Big Christmas Eve kind of celebration at Jerry World. Who do you like over there?
I look at this game and I'm just really liking Tampa. Awesome performance last week. I'm sure you'll get into it more, but I mean, just super impressive. The offense is putting up points. The defense continues to hang tough. And so when I look at the Cowboys, I'm like, well, really nothing much for them. They got some injured defensive players back, but
Gotta have a quarterback in this league.
They're not playing for much, and I think that the Bucs can continue to put up points and get it done on the Sunday nighter to show the whole world on the island game, where they're the only game going on, but what Tampa Bay football has been like this year, and make a statement going into the playoffs.
And all of a sudden, the word's out. Couple guys on ESPN, couple guys on the broadcast stations have now started slipping and saying, hey, what's going on with Tampa? I heard a couple great points that said, I got news for everybody. You don't want to play Tampa in the playoffs. If they
You've said it all year.
I told them we're
You've
the
said that all
best
year.
team that nobody wants to run into. At first, thought we were going to miss the playoffs. Now we're taking over the NFC South. Can we hold the position? I tried to tell everybody we're the only team that goes in there and whoops Detroit at home. We lose to the Chiefs in overtime. Who was the other big one that I...
Didn't they beat the Eagles?
Eagles. Beat the Eagles at home. And don't forget, we've got the Eagles' numbers in Tampa Bay. The Eagles don't want to see the Bucs round off. So if we can get healthy, stay healthy, but here's some stats, which leads me to believe that we're taking the Bucs. 506 yards on the road total, meaning we go out to L.A., put up 506 yards. We put up 223 on the ground. That's crazy for the Bucs. We got the three-headed monster, 24 first downs. Yeah, 2 turnovers, but in Bake we trust. The rollout with Evans, are you kidding me? That is a big-time play.
He looks awesome. Mike Evans just looks absolutely awesome.
I saw it on color TV.
In color?
That's your
In
first?
color.
Yeah,
Good,
nice.
good.
You actually got it working. Outstanding.
It was
Took it to the house.
And took off.
And yeah.
There's a reason why he's the best in the business, folks. There's a reason why.
I don't know how you got the game in color. I'm watching them in black and white.
Yeah, they're just trying to give him a handshake into the end zone. That's what they're trying to do. But most importantly, folks, if you look at the box scores, look what the Bucs did. Every quarter they're putting up points. That was a problem for them earlier. Start cold.
Yeah.
I think the Bucs know what they're playing for. I think they know that the Falcons are right behind them. I think it's a big enough game. They go on the road, no letdown. I think Bo schemes up a quarterback. You know, who's even starting over there these days? So, you know, the idea is I think on the road, 3.5. Any more points than that, I get nervous on the road, but I'm with you. I'm taking the Bucs.
Yeah, and here's the thing about the Bucs too. It looks like they're having fun. I mean, I saw Bowles in the locker room afterwards, giving the big
just getting
let's
nuts.
go and
Enjoy it.
Yeah, they're having a blast out there. So that's what you want to see.
Underrated
I love
team with the most underrated quarterback and the most underrated wide receiver in the league. Evans is a freak of nature. You know, I mean,
look. Irvin's looking potentially rookie of the year.
It's
I'm not
insane
sure
what
who
they're
else
putting
is
out
there.
Also,
for
look at
offensive rookie of the year.
time of possession. Here's the other thing that I always keep saying: we may lose another offensive coordinator 2 years in a row to a head coaching position. That's the kind of momentum the Bucs are carrying forward. It reminds me of a little bit when Brady came in that first year. Little rocky first half, gets on a stretch, takes us to the promised land. Are we that good to be able to do it? I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I bet against the Bucks last week. I'm never doing it again. I'm a knucklehead bake. I'm sorry. Give me a holler, brother. I owe you a steak.
They're making noise.
Luke, here's the tough one for G Money. It's the Monday Nighter. It's 8:15. It's Saints at Packers. Get ready for this number. Packers are favored by 13.5.
Yeah.
Jesus, what did Carr break both legs?
I think he's out for the rest of the season.
Done? Because he came back, put up points, then I saw him on the sideline.
I think I saw on the scroll today that he's out.
They said, not playing for anything.
Yeah, and they got to win by 2 touchdowns, but Green Bay, I think they've proven that they can just absolutely dismantle some teams. I was looking at their schedule and some of the margins of victories that they've had, and they've won several games by more than 14 points, so I wouldn't put it past them to do it, and I think the Saints are a similar situation as the Cowboys where they got really nothing to play for. Season's pretty much over. It's going to be cold. They don't want to be out there. I'm liking the Packers to cover.
December in Lambeau. Not a lot of people that can go in there with the Christmas trees, the snowballs, things getting nuts. Probably going to have a backup quarterback. Big, huge victory last week. Kind of hurt the G Money. But what did they win by last week? They put up 30 on the Seahawks, 30-13.
Yeah.
That's a big number to go into Seattle.
They beat the Dolphins 30-17. They beat some other teams by some big numbers. So
that's it. Love can do it for buying there, and I was really impressed with the running back. Dump, screens, over the middle, guys bouncing around. It's a big number, Luke, but I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to say we can cover. I'm backing my Cousins. That's a total sweep, folks. That's 4 games. 1, 2, 3, 4. Luke, that the Cousins are green. Walk us through G and finale. Here we go.
All right, we're both on the Chargers at -3 over the
Chargers,
Broncos.
-3.
We're both on the Dolphins, -2 over the 49ers. We're on the Buccaneers, -3.5 at the Cowboys.
Visiting.
And we both think the Packers can win by more than 13.5 against the Saints. So,
Luke, that's week 16. This is what the Cousins want to say to everybody out there. We appreciate all the support. We love the people in the community hollering at us. Even if it might not be on the views all the time, we appreciate the looks on the IG, on the social. A very Merry Christmas if we don't see it, but maybe we got something in store after the first of the year to come back. It'll be a wait and see. Cousin, it's been fun. Stay tuned. We're going to start launching an overtime segment where we talk all things legal, especially impacting the Bay Area, Florida. Merry Christmas from RSA and Illegal Formation to you and yours. Take us away, Luker.
Merry Christmas. Happy days.
Feliz Navidad.